Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to SGS's webinar on Future-Proof Your Food Supply Chain, Key Strategies for Safety, Compliance, and Traceability. My name is Scott Grossman, and Jennifer Lott is going to be doing most of the technical discussions today. We do have a full agenda. Jen and I are going to be discussing the importance of technology solutions, the adoption of standards and certification, how to engage stakeholders, the impact of regular monitoring and auditing, how to leverage data for decision-making, and lastly, identifying future trends and innovation. A brief discussion of SGS real fast so you can kind of see us here. As we were founded in 1878, which puts us about 147 years in business. We are the #1 world leader in the TIC world, testing, inspection, and certification. Just short of 100,000 employees, 99.5 right now, operating in 2,500 offices and laboratories with 7 focus areas worldwide. The SGS difference is bigger than most companies that are out there. We support a global network, quality of service with industry expertise. We support that with our digital innovation and corporate sustainabilities. The SGS business assurance capabilities, which is what we're part of here, the overview of us is we have certifications, audits and inspections, testing, our digital innovation labs, regulatory support, and trainings. One of the new features that we're doing now is tailored solutions in the food side. So it creates a lot of opportunities for our clients and others that are out there to help fix and satisfy any of their shortfalls and needs. So we can help them with problem solving, service goals, and support. So today you're going to have myself. I'm the business development manager in the food. Been in the business over 15 years in management in the TIC industry. I've been working in all the GFSI schemes, SQF, BRC, GS, FSSC 22000, which you may hear us, by the way, mention it as F22. Kind of get a little tongue-tied with the big words that we all use in our acronyms. Jen Lott is also going to be our technical development director. She is going to be explaining all the technical side of everything for today. Objectives and key strategies to future-proof the food supply chain. This is where we get into a lot of the fun stuff, folks, so hang on. We're going to talk about the implementation of advanced technology solutions, adopting international standards and certifications, engaging with key stakeholders, regular monitoring and auditing practices, leveraging data for informed decision-making, and exploring future trends and innovations. Okay, we've got our introduction right there. So we're going to talk about this lovely fun we're going to do today. So we're going to make sure that we're going to be discussing the importance of the food safety, compliance, and traceability. Let's see, where are we at here? Ensuring food safety is vital in the food supply chain, guaranteeing that our food is safe, nutritious, and free from contaminants. Some key points highlighting the importance include protecting public health. That's obtained by preventing foodborne illness, as well as reducing health risk. Maintaining customer trust. We're going to do that by building confidence and brand reputation. Compliance with global and local regulations, economic benefits by reducing costs and market access, sustainability and waste reduction through enhancing traceability. That's going to be by tracking and tracing, transparency, very important steps. Innovation and continuous improvement. I'm going to pass it off to Jen here, who's going to take it on from here. Jen, it's all for you.
All right. Thank you, Scott. So one of the things that we hear often is about implementing technological or technology solutions. So as we think about that, the first one I really want to bring to the table is blockchain. Blockchain is technology that is decentralized. It's a decentralized digital ledger that records transactions across multiple computers, ensuring the data security, transparency, and immutability. Next, we hear often a lot about IoT, or the Internet of Things. It refers to a network of interconnected devices that communicate and exchange data with each other over the internet. These devices often embedded in sensors or with sensors, software, and other technologies, can collect and share data in real time, enabling smarter and more efficient operations. I'll provide a little bit more insight into blockchain and IoT when we get to future trends in the innovation section. Other areas that fall under future technology is AI and machine learning. Artificial intelligence and machine learning are closely related fields that are transforming various industries by enabling machines to perform tasks that typically require human intelligence. Here's an overview of some of the things that we have out there. There's AI, artificial intelligence. It refers to the simulation of human intelligence in machines that are programmed to think and learn like humans. AI encompasses a wide range of technologies and applications. We hear often about NLP, or natural language processing. This enables machines to understand and respond to human languages. Examples include the chatbots that we see all over the place and virtual assistants such as Siri and Alexa. Computer vision. This allows machines to interpret and make decisions based on visual data from the world. Applications include facial recognition and autonomous vehicles. Robotics involves the design and use of robots to perform tasks, often in manufacturing, healthcare, and service industries. Or expert systems. AI systems that mimic the decision-making ability of a human expert in specific fields, such as medical diagnosis or financial analysis. Machine learning is a subset of AI that focuses on the development of algorithms that allow computers to learn from and make predictions or decisions based on data. Some key concepts in machine learning include supervised learning, which is an algorithm that's trained on a labeled data set, meaning that each training example is paired with an output label. This model learns to map inputs to the correct output. Examples include spam detection and image classification. I use image classification on what is that plant on an app I have on my iPhone. Unsupervised learning. This algorithm is given data without explicit instructions on what to do with it. It must find patterns and relationships within the data. Examples include clustering and anomaly detection. Or reinforced learning. The algorithm learns by interacting with an environment and receiving feedback in the form of rewards or penalties. This approach is often used in robotics and game playing. Some applications for AI and machine learning show up in retail. They enhance customers' experience through personalized recommendations, inventory management, and demand forecasting. Also in transportation, where there's autonomous vehicles and traffic management systems that rely on AI and machine learning for safe and efficient operations. So what are the benefits of AI and machine learning? It allows us to have efficiency by automating repetitive tasks, accuracy because it can analyze vast amounts of data with high accuracy, reducing human error, and innovation. These challenges drive innovation by enabling new products, services, and business models. Some of the challenges we see with AI and machine learning: data privacy. There also can be a challenge of bias. They can inherit biases present in the training data, leading to unfair or discriminatory outcomes, and complexity. Developing and deploying AI and machine learning systems can be complex and resource intensive. Scott has a few case studies where these digital technologies have been used.
Thank you, Jennifer. One of them in particular is Walmart. Walmart uses AI for demand forecasting to predict customer needs accurately. This helps them in reducing overstocking and stock shortages, also ensuring that the fresh products are always available. IBM Food Trust. IBM's blockchain-based platform uses AI to enhance traceability and transparency in food sourcing. This system helps track food from farm to table, ensuring safety and quality. Cargill uses AI to monitor and optimize feed formulations for livestock. By analyzing data on the animal health and growth, AI helps create more efficient and sustainable feeding practices. Nestle also employs AI to monitor and predict equipment failures in their production lines. This predictive maintenance helps to reduce downtime and ensures continuous production. Tetra Pak uses AI to optimize the packaging process. AI algorithms analyze data from production lines to improve efficiency and reduce waste. These examples illustrate how AI and machine learning are enhancing efficiency, sustainability, and safety in the food supply chain. Jen?
Next, I want to touch on adopting standards and certification. Adopting standards and certification in food safety supply chains is crucial for ensuring food safety, quality, and compliance with regulatory requirements. Benefits include improved compliance rates, reduced risk of foodborne illness, and enhanced consumer trust. First on my list of standards and certification is HACCP GMP. HACCP is a systematic approach to identifying, evaluating, and controlling food safety hazards. It focuses on critical control points in the production process where hazards can be prevented, eliminated, or reduced to safe levels. HACCP is based on Codex Alimentarius, or is known as the Food Code. Codex Alimentarius Commission developed a collection of internationally recognized standards, guidelines, and codes of practice covering various aspects of food safety, quality, and fair trade practices. Codex standards serve as a reference for national food safety regulations and help ensure that food products are safe and of high quality. HACCP principles are incorporated into many of the global food safety standards, including all GFSI recognized schemes. ISO 22000 is an international standard that outlines the requirement for a food safety management system, or FSMS. It integrates principles from hazard analysis and critical control points and applies it to all organizations in the food chain from farmers to retailers. Key focus areas in ISO 22000 is risk management, process optimization, continuous improvement, and communication across the food chain. Certification to ISO 22000 is not benchmarked against GFSI requirements. This simply means that a food safety program or an audit is evaluated to see if it meets the criteria defined by GFSI. If it does, it's recognized as meeting the high standard of food safety, which helps companies demonstrate their commitment to producing safe products. So that's what we mean when we say a standard is benchmarked against GFSI. A key advantage of 22000 is that it is written with integration with other ISO standards in mind. Whether your company is seeking only food safety certification or want an integrated management system that encompasses quality management systems, EMS, or OH&S, ISO is the way to go because of being written to the high-level system. Scott will tell you a little bit more about the standards here.
Thank you, Jen. We're going to talk about FSSC 22000, BRCGS, and SQF. They are the GFSI benchmark schemes. GFSI is an industry-driven initiative aiming to harmonize global food safety standards. It provides a framework for recognizing food safety certification schemes. In North America, SGS offers certification to BRCGS, FSSC 22000, and SQF. Companies that achieve GFSI recognized certification demonstrate their commitment to maintaining high food safety standards, which can enhance consumer trust and facilitate international trade. The steps to achieving certification include a gap analysis. This is where we conduct a gap analysis to identify areas where current practices do not meet the requirements of the desired standard, so you can implement them prior to your audit. Training and education provide to employees to ensure that they understand and can implement the necessary practices and procedures. We're going to talk about implementation as we're putting together the requirements of your selected standard. It's all about documentation and record keeping. You're going to maintain detailed records of all processes, procedures, and corrective actions to demonstrate compliance during your audit. You're going to do continuous improvement through regularly review and update your practices to ensure ongoing compliance and improvement in your food safety management system. Jen?
Our next topic is engaging stakeholders. Stakeholders in the food safety supply chain is essential for ensuring safety, compliance, and sustainability. Some key strategies to effectively engage stakeholders include with farmers and producers, engaging our farmers and producers to ensure that they follow best practices in agriculture and animal husbandry. This includes providing training and resources to help them meet safety and quality standards. Suppliers and distributors. Collaborating with suppliers and distributors help ensure that they adhere to safety and traceability requirements. Regular audits and assessments can help maintain high standards. Regulatory authorities. Maintaining open communication with regulatory bodies to stay up to date on the latest regulations and standards. This helps to ensure compliance and avoiding legal issues. Consumers engage with, we want to engage with our consumers to build trust and transparency. And lastly, partnerships with alliances. From partnerships with industry associations, research institutions, and technology providers, they help provide and foster innovation and address common challenges. And our consumers and our partnerships with Alliance, they all feed back to where we are in the very beginning with production, processing, distribution, and consumers and end users. Collaborating across the supply chain. What I really mean here is that we want to emphasize the need for collaboration among suppliers, manufacturers, and retailers to ensure seamless traceability and compliance. And with consumer education, it's to discuss strategies for educating consumers about food safety and traceability to build trust and transparency. But it's not only consumers, it's also our suppliers to help sure they understand your needs for your product that you're producing. Providing regular updates to our stakeholders about the company's food safety practices, sustainability and initiatives, and compliance efforts can be done through newsletters, social media, and public reports. There are also feedback mechanisms that you can use to gather input from your stakeholders. These can include surveys, focus groups, and forums. Using feedback can improve practices and address any concerns that your stakeholders may have. Training and education is really important to what we do in food safety. So by providing employee training, providing regular training for employees on food safety compliance and sustainability practices. This ensures that everyone in the organization is aligned with the company goals and standards. By providing training and education to our stakeholders, it's best to organize workshops and seminars for suppliers, distributors, or other stakeholders to educate them about the latest regulations, technology, and best practices. The benefits of stakeholder engagement, it includes enhanced trust and reputation. Engaging with stakeholders builds trust and enhances the company's reputation. Transparent communication and ethical practices foster positive relationships. It improves compliance. Regular interaction with regulatory authorities and industry bodies ensures that the company stays compliant with the latest regulations and standards. In innovation and growth, collaboration with research institutions and technology providers foster and help the company stay competitive in rapidly evolving markets. Scott?
Thank you, Jen. Let's talk about a few different case studies again. Nestle, for example, they're doing this through engaging their farmers for sustainable sourcing challenge, was basically facing their criticism over an unsustainable sourcing of cocoa and coffee. It led to concerns about deforestation, child labor, and low farmer incomes. Well, their solution is they launched the Nestle Cocoa Plan and the Nescafé Plan to improve supply chain sustainability. They partnered with NGOs, governments, and farmers to provide training on sustainable farming practices. They also introduced direct payments and technical support to ensure fair wages and better crop yields. So what did all this do? The results were very simple. They improved livelihoods for over 100,000 cocoa farmers. They increased traceability and sustainability of cocoa and coffee supply chains. They also reduced environmental impact and strengthened relationships with their stakeholders, including consumers and regulators. Another organization we'll talk about real quick is Unilever. They were having some issues with sustainable living plan and stakeholder collaboration. Their challenge was to face increasing pressure to reduce its environmental footprint and improve their ethical business practices. So the solution they came up with is they launched the Unilever Sustained Living Plan, otherwise known as USLP, to reduce carbon emissions, water use, and waste. They engaged suppliers, investors, governments, and consumers in discussions about sustainability. They also developed partnerships with the NGOs to promote fair labor practices and eco-friendly products. They had some great results. By 2020, Unilever helped out over 1.3 billion people improve health and hygiene. They reduced its carbon footprint and improved their brand reputation. They also attracted purpose-driven investors and customers who value sustainability. Jen?
Regular monitoring and auditing. This is a topic that's near and dear to us here at SGS. By doing regular monitoring and auditing, it's an essential practice in the food supply chain to ensure that safety, compliance, and continuous improvement is happening at your suppliers. What is the purpose of doing monitoring and auditing? First and primary is compliance verification. Regular audits verify that food safety practices comply with the regulatory standards such as FSMA, HACCP, and GFSI. This helps prevent legal issues and ensures that food products meet safety and quality requirements. Risk identification. Your monitoring helps identify potential risk and vulnerabilities in the supply chain, allowing for proactive measures to mitigate these risks. And lastly, continuous improvement. Audits provide insights into areas for improvement, helping businesses enhance food safety management systems and operational efficiency. To carry on what I thought I said lastly, internal audits. By conducting audits or your organizations that you're working with conducting internal audits, it allows itself to comply, to audit its compliance with its internal policies and procedures. These audits help identify gaps and areas for improvement before your external audit or a known external audit from a regulatory authority or GFSI. This type of audit, internal audit, is known as a first-party audit when we audit ourselves against requirements. Supplier audits, which will be the audits that you're doing for your suppliers, it focuses on evaluating practices and compliance of suppliers to ensure that they meet the required food safety standards. These audits are also known as second-party audits. External audits are performed by third-party auditors to verify compliance with industry standards and regulatory requirements. These audits provide an objective assessment of the food safety management system. So, like I said at the very beginning, this is called a third-party audit. So oftentimes in audits, we talk about first, second, and third party. Whether it's a first, second, or third-party audit you're doing, the audit helps maintain the integrity of the supply chain. Continuous improvement. The benefit of regularly auditing and monitoring are many, but most important is driving continuous improvement by helping identify and addressing potential food safety issues before they escalate, therefore enhancing food safety. Audits provide insights into inefficiencies and areas for improvement, leading to better resource utilization and cost savings. Regular monitoring and auditing help establish a feedback loop to drive continuous improvement and highlight the importance of ongoing training for staff to stay updated on best practices and regulatory changes. My next topic is leveraging data for decision making. Leveraging data for decision making in the food supply chain can significantly enhance efficiency, safety, and performance. When I think about technology integration with digital tools for helping with that data for decision making, the first thing I think about is predictive analytics, which involves using historical data, machine learning, and statistic algorithms to forecast future events. In the food supply chain, predictive analytics can help anticipate demand, optimize inventory levels, and reduce waste. For example, analyzing past sales data and weather patterns can help predict demand for certain products, ensuring that the right amount of stock is available at the right time. Real-time reporting provides up-to-date information on various aspects of the supply chain, such as inventory levels, production status, and transportation conditions. This allows businesses to quickly identify and address issues, such as delays or quality concerns, before they escalate. Real-time data collection and reporting systems can also enhance transparency and provide communication among stakeholders. Data integration. Integrating data from various sources, such as IoT devices, ERP systems, and external databases, provide a comprehensive view of the supply chain. This integration enables businesses to analyze data holistically, identify patterns, and make informed decisions. For example, combining data from temperature sensors and GPS trackers can help monitor the conditions of perishable goods during transportation. And lastly, decision-supported systems, or DSS. These systems use data, models, and analytical tools to assist in decision-making processes. In the food supply chain, DSS can help optimize logistics, manage risk, and improve resource allocation. These systems can also provide actionable insights by analyzing complex data sets and presenting them in an easily understandable format. Scott?
So some of the benefits of using data-driven decision-making include enhanced efficiency. This is where data-driven insights help streamline the operations, reduce waste, and optimize resources use. Helps by improving food safety with real-time monitoring and predictive analytics that can identify potential safety issues before they become critical, ensuring that food products meet safety standards. Increased transparency through data integration and real-time reporting. This will help enhance the transparency across the supply chain, building trust among the stakeholders and consumers. And you have better risk management through predictive analytics and DSS that can help identify and mitigate the risks, such as supply chain disruptions or quality issues. Some of the challenges that come up here are data quality. So what we're going to do is ensure high quality data is crucial for accurate analysis. The solution, implementing data validation and cleansing processes that can help maintain data integrity. Data security is also a challenge. Protect sensitive data from breaches and cyber attacks is essential. Solution, adopt a robust cybersecurity measures and complying with data privacy regulations can mitigate risks. Scalability. As the volume of data grows, scalable solutions are needed to handle the increased load. The solution, cloud-based. Their cloud-based platforms offer scalable infrastructure to manage large data sets. Jen?
As we mentioned at the beginning of the webinar, implementing technology section, I'd like to spend a little bit more time on blockchain and IoT here as trends, future trends, and innovations. Recall blockchain technology is revolutionizing the food supply chain by enhancing transparency, traceability, and trust. Some key ways that we can use blockchain or similar products in future-proofing the supply chain in our industry is, again, transparency and traceability. Blockchain provides tamper-proof ledger that records every transaction and movement of food products from farm to table. This ensures that all participants in the supply chain have access to accurate and real-time information, which is crucial for identifying the source of any contamination or quality issue. Food safety. By enabling detailed tracking of food products, blockchain helps in quickly identifying and isolating contaminated items, thereby reducing the risk of widespread foodborne illness. This capability is vital for maintaining high standards of food safety and protecting public health. Sustainability. Blockchain supports sustainability efforts by providing verifiable data on the environmental impact of food production and distribution. This includes tracking carbon footprints, water usage, and other sustainability metrics, helping companies meet their environmental goals and social and government ESG. Efficiency and cost savings. The automation of processes through smart contracts reduces administration burdens and shortens payment cycles. This leads to cost savings and more efficient operations, benefiting all stakeholders in the supply chain, from farmers to retailers. And lastly, consumer trust. As consumers become more concerned about the origins and safety of their foods, blockchain offers a way to provide them with transparent and reliable information. This trust can enhance your brand reputation. Some examples of blockchain in use, Scott?
Sure, I'll throw a couple out there. Walmart and IBM, for example. Walmart partnered with IBM to use blockchain for tracking the journey of pork in China and the mangoes in the US. This initiative helps ensure food safety and traceability and allowed Walmart to trace the origin of these products in seconds. Since 2017, Nestle has been using the IBM Food Trust blockchain ledger to trace the origin of products like mousseline puree and coffees. This collaboration with the Rainforest Alliance helps track farmer and harvest information for cocoa beans, providing transparency and sustainability. Bumblebee Foods uses blockchain to trace the journey of its yellowfin tuna from the ocean to the store shelf. This initiative helps ensure the authenticity and sustainability of their seafood products, providing consumers with detailed information about the tuna's origin. Overall, blockchain technology is a powerful tool. It's used for creating a more resilient, efficient, and trustworthy food supply chain, ensuring that it can meet the challenge of today and the future. Jen?
The Internet of Things, or IoT, is playing a transformation role in the food supply chain by enhancing efficiency, safety, and sustainability. Some key benefits of IoT in future-proofing the supply chain include real-time monitoring. IoT devices such as sensors and RFID tags provide real-time data on various parameters like temperature, humidity, and location. This continuous monitoring helps ensure that food products are stored and transported under optimal conditions, reducing spoilage and maintaining quality. Traceability and transparency. IoT enables end-to-end traceability of food products from farm to fork. By tracking every step of the supply chain, IoT helps identify source of any contamination or quality issues quickly, ensuring that corrective action can be taken promptly. And predictive analysis, which we talked about a little bit earlier, IoT devices can collect vast amounts of data that can be analyzed to predict potential issues before they occur. For example, sensors can detect changes in environmental conditions that may lead to pest infestations or crop diseases, allowing farmers to take preventative measures. By providing accurate and timely information about the condition of food products, IoT helps reduce food waste. For instance, sensors can alert supply chain managers when storage conditions are not optimal and enabling them to take corrective action before the food spoils. We also have improved food safety. IoT enhances food safety by monitoring critical control points throughout the supply chain. This includes tracking temperatures during transportation and storage, ensuring that perishable items remain within safe limits, and reducing the risk of foodborne illnesses. We also can enhance efficiency with IoT. It streamlines supply chain operations by automating processes and improving inventory management. This leads to cost savings and more efficient use of resources, benefiting all stakeholders in the supply chain. Scott, you want to share some examples?
Sure. A couple of real-world examples of how IoT has been used in food supply chains. Farmers use a variety of sensors to gather data on soil moisture, temperature, humidity, light intensity, and soil pH in monitoring their crops. This data helps make better decisions to optimize their crop production and manage resources efficiency. efficiently. Sorry. Food traceability is also done. IoT devices like RFID tags and sensors track the food products throughout the supply chain. This ensures that every step from production to delivery is monitored, enhancing traceability and transparency. IoT-enabled automation systems in warehouses help manage inventory. They monitor storage conditions and streamline operations. This reduces human error and increases efficiency. Sensors in food processing plants monitor critical control points, otherwise known as CCPs, to detect contamination early. This helps in taking immediate corrective actions to ensure food safety. IoT sensors also monitor storage conditions, such as temperature and humidity, to ensure that crops are stored optimally. This reduces spoilage and maintains the quality of the produce. These examples illustrate how IoT technology is enhancing efficiency, safety, and sustainability in the food supply chain. Jen?
Another new topic that we're hearing a lot about is smart packaging. Smart packaging technologies such as temperature indicators and freshness sensors provide real-time information about the condition of food products. These innovations help consumers and retailers ensure that food is safe to consume and has not been compromised during storage and transportation. Smart packaging can also enhance traceability by incorporating QR codes or NFC tags that provide details on product information when scanned. Sustainability initiatives is becoming a key focus in food safety supply chain. Innovations such as vertical farming, precision agriculture, and sustainable packaging are being adopted to reduce the environmental impact of food production and distribution. These initiatives not only help protect the environment, but can also meet the growing consumer demand for sustainable and ethically sourced products. So in conclusion today, I think it's safe to say the future is now. To protect our food supply chain, we need to embrace technological solutions, provide timely information, develop, improve, or maintain open and clear communication channels to engage with our stakeholders, adopt standards and certification for added confidence with our supply chain, leverage data for decision making, and continue exploring future trends and innovations. Scott?
Oh, sorry. Before Q&A, let's be sure you guys save the date. We have a bunch of shows that we're going to be at. Jen and I are going to be at many of these ourselves. There is Southeastern IFT that literally is tomorrow in Atlanta. Come and visit us at booth 303. We're going to have a lot of things to talk about there. We're also going to be at SQF Unites in Orlando on March 3 through 5. So come on over and visit us there. We're going to be in Southern California at IFT Suppliers Night Expo. That's in Garden Grove on March 4th. We also have the Food Safety Compliance, Sustainability, and Testing Technical Conference that we're doing out in Long Beach. And I believe Jen is also going to be at that one on April 3rd. And then we have Supply Side Connect in New Jersey coming up in April 8th through 9th. So we're going to be really busy over the next couple of weeks. So please come by and visit with us. Follow us on our LinkedIn or on our website at any time. We'd love to have you there. What happened here? The slides changed on me before we go. Here we go. So we're going to talk about our academy real quick. We offer an Excellence in Training Academy. This is how we can help you with our training programs. And that's one of the questions that did come up, Jen, and I'll hit you up with that in just a minute. But we're currently operating in over 100 countries, and we provide over 20,000 courses right now in more than 20 languages. We can do that live, we can do it on site, or we can do it virtually by online programs. You can subscribe to any of our shows right here. You can take a look at all the different things that we have that are available for us and for your convenience as far as that goes. A couple of Q&A questions that have come up here, and Jen, you may be able to help me out on a few of them. Let's see here. Here's a good one for you, Jen. You and I have had this discussion many times. How do we avoid conflict of interest between our auditing clients and our other services that we offer?
So the main way that we avoid conflict of interest, we'll start with training because I saw something pop up there about training. Our trainers are individuals that aren't auditors, and they maintain a conflict of interest because our trainers provide training, and then we have a separate group of individuals that do the auditing. So we're never using the same person to train you and audit you. So that's how we avoid conflict of interest with training. We do have a service that we call tailored solutions. Tailored solutions is when SGS acts more as your business partner and helps you solve issues. When we are doing tailored solutions, SGS does a very good dive into due diligence to make sure that we are not offering a certification to you or an affiliate of yours, a brother or sister within North America. So we really make sure that we are not offering any certification services to you so that there's no conflict of interest and we can actually act as your business partner in tailored solutions.
Great. Here's another one that'll be for you, Jen. Besides temperature indicators, what else can be combined with smart packaging?
It's really a new technology that we're learning about. So you're right, temperature indicators. I've seen it used in food. I've actually audited a client that makes the shrink sleeves that go on packages such as yogurt containers. And when they would put a shipment of these labels or these sleeves that go on the containers on to a truck to be sent to the jar manufacturer, they would add a lag temperature device on each pallet so they could see how hot the pallet got in transportation to see whether or not it was going to perform the way they expected it to perform. So there's temperature sensors. There's also some research I've been reading about how the actual film that's used to wrap packaging, how they're doing work with that so that the film can actually change in such a way to let you know if there's been temperature abuse or some type of abuse that makes the food inside suspect. So it's really a developing industry, and I'm really excited to see what comes from that and how we get better with food safety from all the development that's happening.
Right. And of course, that brings up the next question about blockchain technology. So a question came up with, how do you know where it starts? Is it at the source of the product in countries with remote small stakeholders? How is all that being done? Any idea?
So the way the blockchain works is it starts at the farm. So whether it be, animal husbandry or whether it be a crop, that's where everything starts. And for people in the webinar that's in the United States, we have FSMA 204 that's coming. That's going to be the same thing. So blockchain is an excellent way to meet FSMA 204 requirements. So it starts at the very beginning. So from the farm to the processor, to the next step until it gets to the consumer. And these transactions are happening in a secure database so that you're able to get the information you need about, was my romaine lettuce from the place where the recall is now, and to understand what you have to do. Because in the past, before FSMA 204, which goes live next January, we've seen, well, there's been some contaminated romaine lettuce or melon, and everything gets put on block. So this is going to help with that tremendously.
Great. Well, do you have anything else that you want to throw us with all of your years of wisdom dealing with these things, Jen? You've been in the field for many years, and you've got a lot of on-hand experience.
There's just so much out there to talk about. And I know that, the webinar was about future-proofing your supply chain, and we talked about a lot of different things. But I think at the very end of the day, when we think about how do we make sure our supply chain is behaving and acting the way that we expect them to act, we need to hold our supply chains accountable to the same rules that we hold ourselves to. So if you require a certification, require your suppliers to achieve a certification. And if they're not quite ready or they're not able to get there right away, just ask them to do GMP HACCP. Because if they have strong foundational programs and a risk assessment, you're halfway there with them and keep pushing them. So it's really how you protect yourself with your suppliers. And that's where your biggest risk lie, I think, is with suppliers.
And you could always refer them to us and we can help them put in their system and documentation to make them successful. That's using our expertise in that. Okay, as I think we're pretty much got all of our questions done that we have available time for. Jen, if you have anything else to say, I'll put it in your hands. Otherwise, everybody can have a great afternoon.
I think I said enough. So thank you all for attending. And please reach out if you have additional questions. Scott and I are available. You have our contact information, and we can answer any questions you may have specific to your organization.
Come and visit us at any of the shows that we're going to be at. Thank you very much for your attention, everybody.
Bye.